fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. So here's the punter, Matt Bosher, to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's now 3rd. On 3rd and short, Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards.
On 4th down, Herbert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
The 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Cardinals 7, Panthers nothing.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
4th down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pass incomplete.
Herbert's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's get there. 24 is the mic. All day, baby, all day. 24 is the mic.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Cardinals.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
At the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
24 is the mic.
Play action. It's Herbert. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
1st and 10 at the 40.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
TJ Green.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson, a sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Third and long, it's Herbert. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Their own 43-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jackson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. Third down here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This is McCaffrey. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. McCaffrey following the penalty. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Third down, here's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 8. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 24 is the mic. Let him know.
Operating from the gun. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On first down, it's Herbert. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, Justin Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
4 yards.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion, it felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Matthew McCrane on for the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
And 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. From the gun, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise. And
he's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And he's got some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards on the ground.
At the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Justin Herbert.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. Able to find Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Here's McCaffrey. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the
28-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jackson on third down. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jordan Phillips just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
22. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Come on.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Check it out, Reed.
On first down, Drake. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down now, it's Drake. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and